Okay, so I kind of want to go over a few things with you um, that I do, in my everyday marketing and strategies. There's actually quite a few free things that you could do that will, just help you be more efficient in the tasks that you do every day. So first off, I just want to show you, my results, um, from what, just, what I made in the month of January by implementing these. So I'll just open it up, and I'll just go to Wells Fargo, and I'll just show you my deposits, that I got from marketing. Um, okay, so what I'm going to do is this is my current balance and stuff. I use this account only for my marketing. I buy some personal stuff off, it also, but mostly I just transfer it to my other account. This is my personal stuff, so I'll just go to activity, then I'll just go to deposits, deposits, last 90 days. So, let's see, last, let's go date range. Let's go January 3rd to February 3rd. So, hit go. These are my deposits that I got. Um, $10,000 in the month of January. So, it just shows here, what I do works. Um, so, actually, you might want to take away the $5 one and I don't know what that is. I don't know. Probably transferred my savings or something. But just the return here, because I bought my wife something. But basically, $10,000, is what I made, um, and I, transferred some money and stuff. But anyways, so this is the part that you want to see here. The $10,000. That's what I made in the month of January, just from online advertising and stuff like that. So I'm gonna close this out. Um, so basically, the first thing I want to do is I want to show you um, what you need to do. It's critical, uh, and this is a time saver. So I'll load up again, and I'm gonna go. You want to download? Okay. You want to download. It's called LastPass. So basically, what LastPass does is it saves all your username and passwords. So it's only one, login attempt. So like if I go to, let's see here, if I go to just say my Empower Network, right? LastPass will automatically put it in. If I go to my Prosperity team, LastPass will automatically put this in. So you ain't got to save, it does unique passwords. It's free. So, excuse me, got hiccups. So if I go to lynda.com, which is a training website, actually it automatically logged me in. So if I log out, when I hit log in again, it'll show me it's just saying that I have one username and password. So I just click on here, click it, and then I log in. And if I hit stay logged in, it'll do it. So it's just an easy way. It's called like LastPass. So I think it's LastPass.com. I'm not sure, but let's go to Google. We'll just go do LastPass, um, and right here. And all you do is just download it. It's called LastPass. Um, it doesn't cost anything. So this could be good and bad. So just be cautious because if you're using a public computer like that everybody uses, you don't want like personal bank account information or anything. I use this myself. That's why I got my bank stuff on it. But you wouldn't want to do like like your bank accounts or anything like that if other people have access to the same computer. Um, okay, so that's one of the things I use for my passwords. Okay, and another thing you want to do. So I'm going to go to Google. You guys want to use Google for everything because Google is just awesome. It's a great search engine. There's just tons of different things you can do with it. So what I like about Google is a lot of people know that when you go to Craigslist, um, so when you're hearing Craigslist, um, what you want to do if you're posting any type of ads, um, you know, um, what you're supposed to do, in order to get, so you don't get banned or in trouble with Craigslist or anything like that. What you need to do is when go, say you go to small business ads, okay, and then what's going to happen is you're going to hit post. This is actually not creating an account. It's just um, um, honestly, I'm not sure what it does. It's the way I do it. So, jobs offered. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to sales jobs because that's what we're doing, especially in affiliate marketing. This is if you're going to promote like your like instant payday networks, my cash freebies, your power network, all the stuff. I'll put a link for everything on the bottom. If you guys don't have certain things, that I use. Um, but I use instant payday network, express my cash freebies, power network, and I do a lot of ClickBank stuff. Which all have different sales strategies. So, but this is basically for the internet marketer to to bring people onto your list and to bring people who are interested in in internet marketing and stuff like that. So you want to go to sales jobs. So I like to do the ones that you pay the money for, like the big cities like Sacramento, San Francisco, Oakland, because that's where a lot of the you know richer people, the more successful, well, for lack of better terms, people with more money live and stuff like that. So basically, you just want I would rather pay the $25. If not, you can find a city that doesn't you know that doesn't request it. Like I think Fresno, you have to pay it. Let's go to Modesto. So if we click on Modesto, um, we'll go here and small business ads. We'll go to post. Okay. And we'll go to job offered. There we go. It doesn't request you pay it. So, what you want to do is sales. Scroll down. So, and right here is it's asking for an email address and a phone number. Okay. Um, in order to have more than one account, you have to have, a fresh email address, and you have to have a fresh phone number. Not everybody can get phone numbers. A lot of people, go online and buy the phone number or whatever. I'm not sure. There's these where you pay $3 and you get a phone number for a month or something like that, um, which is kind of crappy. That's the way I was taught originally, but I found a way around that for free. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna, which I'm gonna show you how to do, is create a Google email, a Gmail account, and create a Google Voice for each account. So you're gonna have a phone number associated to each account. Okay, and the thing that what I've learned about internet marketing, actually anytime you're working or making money or anything like that, Um, you have to be well organized, well organized. So what I do is I just open up Excel and I just put all my information onto Excel, and it just my phone numbers, my emails, everything that corresponds with each other on the emails. I'll show you an example here in a few. So, but real quick, I'm going to show you how to get the email addresses and the Google Voice phone number. Okay, so we're just going to go over to Google, and if you see right here, I have all my emails to where to where I could just switch through. That's my weight loss email, my money making email, just my general email, um, I make money with Jeremy, my cooking, just a bunch of different emails, and you can have unlimited numbers of emails here. All you got to do is just add an account, right? And then these are all my emails. Well, this is my son, so exclude this one. These are all my different emails, and all you got to do is just add an account. I don't know why that popped up there. Let's go back. Create account. Okay. Then all you do is just create an account. Okay. It'll ask for a phone number. You just enter your regular phone number, and it'll send you a text to verify it. Um, on the next page. Okay. I'm not going to create one. I already got plenty. And then what you do is like I have a couple accounts here that doesn't have a phone, so I'll go with fast weight loss with Jeremy or whatever, and then I'll just type in Google Voice. You go to Google Voice, and then you just set up your phone number. It's free for I want to use my number, a new number. I want to use my mobile number. So basically, you just want to do a new number. Oh, this is for forwarding. My bad. I want to use my mobile number. It's been a while since I did this, so I don't remember. I want to use my mobile number. I should kind of research this a little bit. Let's see. One number to ring all your phones, online voice, custom greetings. So I want a new number. Before choosing Google Voice number, please add the forwarding. Okay, so you would put your cell phone number here, like I'll put my cell phone number, right? And then it'll be type, it'll be mobile, that's right. So hit continue. Um, and then what it'll do, it'll send me a text. Um, and I just hit call me now. It'll go to my cell phone. Um, and I just type in, and it'll say what's the number that's on your screen. And like they just called, so 2-digit verification code. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the phone, but so I entered it. So the account's active. So, and that allows you to set up your voicemail greetings and all that stuff whenever you do that. You'll go through all your voicemail greetings. So, you just leave a greeting like, hey, you reached Jeremy with, and then tell them the URL. I mean, make it as professional as possible, you know. Um, this is Jeremy with Elite Marketing with Jeremy. You know, uh, just a professional business oriented um, line, and just, and in your ads, you want to put that number in there so people could call you. Okay. And that's the way they could also, it works another way to where they could call you and not have your personal number, but they could call you through your voicemail. And, and that way you could filter out calls that leave a message. You could give them a call back. Um, you know, the thing in like internet marketing is you have to be real personable. You have to be, set up. You don't have to be with your customers. You can't just, expect them, just to buy from you without especially in affiliate type marketing to where, you're actually, getting them underneath you. You have to build that relationship with them. Now, it's not really necessary if you're selling products like a ClickBank product, or if you're selling, uh, like PeerFly or anything like that. And everything I talk about, I'll leave links for it, for you guys to sign up, and I'll explain in different videos, how to sign up for a certain type of uh, like affiliate programs, and what you need to do to qualify for them, because everyone is a little bit different. They all got the basic steps, but it's different. So you just enter whatever zip code that you want. Like I'll just do a 916, right, and then you'll just search numbers, and you just pick whatever phone number you want. I'll just pick this one. Actually, Lincoln's a really rich neighborhood, so if they see phone numbers from Lincoln, California, that's a really wealthy or Folsom. A lot of people know, especially if they're from that area. You know, that's a wealthy area. So, and then you just hit next, and there you go. And now you have this phone number associated to whatever email that you have up here. And you can do that for each email, because Craigslist, you need a phone number for each email. And that way you can create, 5 or 6 accounts. Now, when you do the whole Craigslist thing, is when you go back to Craigslist, um, you don't want to put like work from home or anything in this heading. You want to put something like, you know, um, I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. I'm kind of caught. Definitely not a professional speaker, if you can tell. Um, so basically, you want to put something like do 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 um, sales agents wanted, um, and then you can specify location. Stockton, Sacramento, whatever area that you want to, specify. If you want to just target certain areas, or you just leave that blank and it'll just be general. And then you'll just put something like $35 an hour, because that's what they'll make if they get sales. So and then on then you would oops, I love spell check. Uh, and you always want to put like a dot dot dot. I don't know, that's what I want. And then you put something about a small business in uh, st- Stockton. Man, wait, oh, it's that capital. Needs salespeople, um, for marketing. Um, get started today. And then you want to do something like, then you want to put your link here, okay? And then your link, I'll show you how to do your tracking links, so you could track, you know, what leads come from, Craigslist, what leads come from like paid marketing. I'll show you that in later videos, but this is a basic video about the Craigslist stuff. So, and then what you want to do is you just want to enter your email address. I'm not going to do it all right now because I'm not going to post this, but you enter your email address, and then the phone number you just uh, got, okay, and then your name here. Um, and then user could also like contact me. You could actually do it to where they can contact you. Since it's not going to be your real number, it's going to be your Google number. You could have them contact you, or contact you. I seen text. Contact you. Not by text, because you can't receive text through Google. Um, um, As far as I know, you can't, but you can receive phone calls. So just get it to where they could call you, and you could talk to them about, you know, joining your team or anything like that. But it's just easier to put a link down here. I'll put some scrapes for you. Scrapes are basically just templates of what I use, and scraping just means you could use them for you know for whatever. Um, but I am a part of the Empower Network that I highly suggest. I mean, this is for me, recording this video is around tax season and stuff, and it's definitely 100% commissions. It's awesome. That's where I make most of my money with, and I'll leave a link for you guys on that too if you're interested. So you just fill out all this stuff out, and what the goal of this is per email you want to do 2 ads every 2 days. So I would just say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday do your put it on your calendar. That's what another thing I love about Google is you got your Google Calendar. Okay, oops, wrong button. Let's go back. You got your Google Calendar, so you just go, and with the Google Calendar, you don't want to put. You just want to the main email that you use. You don't want to put it on each email because that's kind of a pain in the butt. But you just want to pick a main email. Okay, and they all have Google Calendar, but what you could do. See, sync with your mobile. I don't want to do that. So basically, okay, what you want to do is we could do daily or weekly. Actually, monthly would probably be better. So what you want to do is you want to put Mondays. You want to schedule an event for Monday. It'll pop up if you want it to pop up. Um, uh, and then you can just schedule everything. Man, can't talk and do this at the same time. It's crazy. You want to schedule everything out. So every day you come look at your schedule. It'll say, do Craigslist. Do your solo ads. There's tons of different things you could do. That's free marketing as well as paid marketing. And paid marketing you can do. um, you can start it on a Monday, check it on the Friday. See what it was like. I'll explain more of that in future videos. But again, the whole thing is you want to be keeping track of a lot of different things at a time. So just mark down what you need to do. Craigslist, 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 and just until they say if you do something for 30 days it becomes a habit. So if you just do it, just write and change up your sales copy, experiment, like put different things like with catchy headlines. Man, I'm just not creative today. I can't think of anything. Normally, I think of some really cool stuff, but um, make the headline catchy to where it catches somebody's eye, but not too catchy to where catchy, but not to where other marketers could see it and know what it's about. Because other marketers, as ridiculous as it is, I don't understand why they do it, but well, I do because they're trying to keep all the business for themselves. But what they'll do is you say like if you go here and you have a title like work from home, other marketers are going to be scrolling through the ads and looking for stuff like that. And what they'll do is is they'll flag your post, and if you get a certain amount of flags per email or whatever, they'll get it to point to where your emails want to be listed anymore. So you want to do it to where it's not so obvious of marketing online. I don't know. I mean, it's just ridiculous why people do that to other people. I personally don't. I hate it, but it happens. So try to make it not obvious. Like if you live near like like I live we live here in like Central Valley, so we have like the Air Force Base here up by Sacramento and stuff like that. You could target like military spouses wanted $35 an hour or something like that, um, or you know, military members like wanted earn extra money, you know, $15 an hour, or whatever it is, but something to where it's not so obvious. Okay, so I keep repeating myself, so I'm going to move on. Um, so you got the calendar. Just make sure you schedule everything out. Um, that's a best practice. And I highly suggest. I'll put a list of books down below. Um, I highly suggest that you read like 30 minutes a day about like I'm reading right now. It's called As a Man Thinketh, by James Allen. It's actually just like a personal growth, positive thinking, building a business, you know, um, and there's another one that I just got done reading. It's called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. They go through a lot of strategies about, how rich people think and um, what's the difference between rich people and poor people, how poor people think, how rich people think, and they give you a lot of really good examples of that. With Henry Ford and Ben Franklin and even currently to like Donald Trump. So I'll leave a list of books here on the site for you, and that's pretty much about it for now. I'm gonna kind of hold this off at we're like going about 30 minutes here. So okay, I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna make another video on creating landing pages and how to pick certain ads. And if you have any questions about this type of stuff, I'll have my email on here, so you could email me or call me or Skype me or whatever you have any questions on. Um, there's tons of stuff I know that I you know like left out. Um, I kind of I don't give presentations, so I'm But if you guys have any questions, just feel free to email me or Skype me or whatever. Um, so I'm gonna close out of here, and you guys, I will talk to you later.